By the way, half my coffee's still upstairs. But I don't...
You can just ignore my hair because I don't know what it's doing today. Is this left or right? This is left.
This is so dark.
We don't need more.
Okay.
So, but we're not in our pajamas on. We're not even sleeping. We're not even clothes.
What?
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 Should we get blankets? But it's hot.
I couldn't hear you. I was crunching. I guess we can just talk about stories. Okay. Hi, everybody. We're eating Maltesers, so if you can't understand us, I'm sorry. There's nothing in my mouth. And I can't hear anything because I'm crunching.
Oh.
So, this is like...
This is our pajama talk or whatever.
Even though we're not in our pajamas, but we don't have a name for this. So, if you guys could help us come up with a name down below.
Yep.
And
when we were little, we played Red Rover. And then they banned that game.
They banned that game because it was so violent.
Yeah.
If you don't know what Red Rover is, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it to you.
I just know that a lot of us had, like, hurt arms and, like, I'm pretty sure some kid dislocated their arm and someone got socked so that they would throw up or something.
Yeah.
That game was
Oh,
bad.
and then we also, the other games that we played were like Red Butt. Have you ever played Red Butt? Well, I grew up in a more violent childhood then.
I'm pretty sure you did.
So Red Butt or Wall Ball. I don't know if you've heard that.
Wall ball.
Wall Ball?
Played that.
Okay, we played a very violent version of it. It's called Red Butt or Purple Nipple or Purple Nipple.
I don't know where this is going.
But it's nothing sexual. So
obviously you're like in elementary.
I know. So okay, I don't if you guys know what wall ball is. Wait, how did you guys play wall ball?
It's like you throw the ball at the wall. And then before it hits the wall, you have to smack into the wall. What?
Okay, so my version, I guess, is called Red Butt, which was like the easiest one because it wasn't as violent as Purple Nipple.
What do you do?
Okay, so you have the bouncy ball, and there's one person who chucks it at the wall, and then you have to either try to catch the ball that comes off the wall, right?
Yeah.
But if you catch it, drop it, like it fumbles out of your hand, you have to run to the freaking wall as fast as you can.
Yeah, yeah.
Before someone else grabs the ball, whips it at the wall, and if
it hits the wall before you.
If it hits the wall before you if you touch the wall, we're allowed to hit you in the bum with the ball.
I thought so.
Yeah, you have to face the wall, and they have to hit you in the bum, and we whipped it at each other, and so that's why it's called Red Butt. The most dangerous one is like Purple Nipple because they threw it at your chest, and
it must suck, dude. Like you can't feed your babies when you're all.
Yeah, so we stopped playing Purple Nipple because it hurt too much, so we just did Red Butt.
I see.
Oh man, my childhood. I realized how violent it was. Man, I have not been a violent child at all. I haven't changed.
What did we do?
Oh, and then yeah, we you know, like cooties. We'd always like tag the boys, and they'd be like, "Ew, cooties," and then they tried to take us back.
So it was like cootie tag.
Yeah, we did that a lot at recess.
I think one thing that we did a lot was like shark.
What's that?
This was at the old school and the new school. New school's not as much, so like we did this in like grade 2. And like you'd go on the slide and you line yourself up, and the person at the top would hold their hands.
Mm-hmm.
And like basically like when the game started, there was like a shark that ran from the opposite side of the playground, and like basically the person at the top had to drag everyone up.
Okay.
But the shark would always like pants the person at the bottom. And so then we'd end up laughing, and then the person at the top would normally drop us. So then we'd be scrambling, and like, you know, like you're little kids, right? So you're actually scared. So you all start getting on your hands and knees, you start like ripping it up the slide, and these slides were rubber. So we'd come back in classroom with like skin knees and shit.
Oh, you mean plastic?
Yeah. Well,
If you had a rubber slide, you can bounce off of it.
Okay. That'd be fun. Oh my god. Like every time you're just like running around, you try to
But
take
the
a
most
slide.
slipperiest, the
bounce.
slippery slide I've ever had was like a really steep one, and it was made out of metal. And it was freaking hot in the summer.
Oh, you're right. What are they now? Aren't they all metal? Sucks.
Some of them are metal, some of them are plastic.
Oh, and then, yeah.
But the plastic ones are the twirly ones.
There's this one kid. Actually, I'm pretty sure I play more grounders now than I did when I was little. Because now when you play grounders, you're like on top of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so much more fun. If you guys haven't gone back to grounders yet, you should try it. We used to play Foursquare. Have you played that?
Yeah, but I didn't understand how to play Foursquare till you realize that someone has to be in the middle of Foursquare and have to have their eyes covered. And you had to... No? Was that not how you
What
play?
the hell? You're just like looking at me like...
Is that not how you play?
No.
Why?
What did you try to hit them?
No!
Did you try to bounce it on top of them?
No, because Foursquare we had like painted numbers, like and there's like 4, right?
Yeah.
I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you know where they all intersect?
Yeah.
We had someone stand in the middle there, and they had to close their eyes. And then...
And?
That would be... I'm just kidding.
What?
No, so they close their eyes, and then whoever else is playing with us picks like a square, and then you call out a number, and if someone's in that square, then you lose. And then you're in the middle.
Did you have a ball?
No?
No. Okay. Oh my god, I thought you were gonna say you hit the person in the middle of the ball. That's so upsetting. Oh, okay, no, so when you played Foursquare, like, there's 2, like, giant squares. Like, they were, like, the size of this. Like, okay, well, you guys can't see that. I don't fucking know, okay?
The window?
Yeah, if you double that window and put one beside it to make a square, then it'll probably,
Like,
yeah.
Oh, here.
Basically, if you were, say, in grade 3, you could fit, like 5 of you in that one little square. So, yeah. And so you had these squares, and then
Were
there
you
was,
sitting
like...
or standing, though?
No, you're standing.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, like, you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you would play with a ball, and so, like, the goal was, like, you had to bounce the ball in their square, and then they had to go get it, but they couldn't leave their square until you bounced it. So it's kind of like almost like squash. Like, there's an ace, so, like, if you hit it right on the corner and you, like, make it go flying, they'd have to run, like, half the park just to go get the damn ball.
So wait, so you hit it in one of their squares, right?
Yeah. Like, you had to say, like, it was, like, a number game. So it was, like, you could do the really hard version where you had to add it. So if someone says 4, then you have to hit it in 4, and then that person will add, like, 3 to it, and if they say 7, then obviously they're hitting it in 3. But if you don't know your math, then you're gonna be like, what, 1? And you're just gonna get caught off guard.
Okay, so you
yeah.
so you throw the ball into the other person's, like, say, like, you're in corner number 4,
Mm-hmm.
and you hit it in, like, 1.
Yeah.
So the people in 1, you bounce it into their square, right?
Yeah.
And then the people that are in 1 have to go run.
Well, it's only one person in 1.
Oh.
Yeah. So, like, well, you're little. How hard can you bounce a ball? Not very hard.
Well, how we played Red Butt was...
Well, they used a basketball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You could use those yellow, or for us it was pink little bouncy balls that bounce like a freaking mile.
Oh, those
Yeah.
things that you get from, like, the dentist.
We played with those when we got older. We had, like, a running partner. And then, like, it was so mean. So you'd have, like, the math person in the square, and they'd add everything perfectly. And then you'd have your runner that, like, books it and gets the ball. And if they don't get it, then, like, I think you just get a penalty, like, which is probably, like, smashing each other's face in the... Stop talking.
You think I'm violent. When some kid's crying, you know the game's over.
Yeah.